health and a little wealth and a lot of love.
Why don't you start why it's important to you?
So I really feel like this has kind of led me throughout the entirety of my career. I dealt with weight issues when I was younger, when I was in elementary school and in junior high. And kids are savage in junior high. I mean,
Kids are savage in middle school. Kids are savage now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, it's brutal. I mean, they're formative years. They're when you're learning who you are. And I got bullied and picked on because of my weight on the bus, at school. And I really feel like
Give us some examples of that.
I mean, in particular, I had one kid on my bus that he did not discriminate. I mean, he made fun of everybody. So he made fun of me. He told me I had more rolls than a baker's dozen. He made fun of, the gay guy on our bus, made fun of my sister. I mean, he was just ruthless. And
I wonder what his home life is, because
hurt people hurt people.
Hurt people hurt people.
But it really sticks with you, I think, for a long time. I remember, stealing my mom's workout videos when I was before I was even old enough to be in high school, and doing workout videos because I thought I was
middle school?
I thought I was too fat. And, once I got into high school and I played tennis, and that really thinned me out, but I still saw myself as that overweight little girl, and it impacted the way I felt about food. It impacted exercise. Even when I got into college, if I went to McDonald's and got an Oreo McFlurry, and it was in the middle of the night, I would look up how many calories were in an Oreo McFlurry and then have a near panic attack, and then go to the gym at my apartment complex and work out for 2 hours so that I could burn off the calories that I just ate from that food. And it didn't matter how thin I got.
Not an eating disorder?
I mean, it certainly can be.
I remember you told me that, but now as I think about it, that's like, if you exercise all the calories that you're intaking. Yeah.
And it's not, purging. A lot of people think purging is only the throwing up after eating a meal, but you can also consider a binge and purge or a purge behavior as being excessively exercising or using excessive medications like laxatives.
Jeez.
So
you had an eating disorder. You just didn't know it.
At the time I felt like this is probably a little bit extreme, but I always felt better when I was thinner and I got more attention, and the positive reinforcement of having people compliment you when you lost weight, and I personally panicked if I ever gained even a few pounds. I would be distraught about it, and I would have to pivot, change course, and get back to the weight that I was before. And if I was at a different weight, even if it was technically a healthy weight, I've really always struggled with body dysmorphia and self-esteem issues. Yeah. And I think it really all ties back to my childhood. I think it does for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But when I
didn't think that sorry to interrupt, but this is we're going to take our time with this episode. This episode is 2 hours. This is super, super important. We're not going to sleep underneath the rug. I think that you still struggle with body dysmorphia. I mean, anyone who has eyes sees you, and you're absolutely stunning. You're gorgeous. You're a beautiful woman inside and out. And I always tell you this. I think confidence is so sexy. Like, it really is sexy to me. Like, I could see one of my friends is a body positive movement, and her confidence is sexy, and so, I think a gift that I would love to see from you is just to know that you are beautiful and you are sexy. Not because I'm telling you as your husband, because you really feel that way. I don't think you feel that way a lot. And it's really concerning. And it's troubling because, even before we get ready for these episodes, sometimes it takes you longer because you are a little OCD about the way you look. And, you can roll up out of bed and slap on some, I don't know, Vaseline and You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes your hair would be like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I just feel beautiful.
It's something that sticks with you, and it's hard to quiet those thoughts.
Inner critic.
Yep.
Which we are actively in therapy for that. Not me, but her. Anxiety.
Have been for a long time. And it leaches into a lot of aspects of your life. It leaches into your professional life and your dating life. It leaches into your professional life.
Like imposter syndrome.
Yeah, making you feel like you're not good enough no matter how much training you do, how much of a professional you are in that field. You always have that inner child in you that questions, am I good enough?
Right.
With a little health and a little wealth and a lot of love, that's the life that we live. Suits and scrubs.